I don't know about you guys, but for me as a gamer, there's a weird kind of emptiness that comes from realizing that a lot of the games you grew up with just like don't fucking exist anymore. More than that, they don't exist anymore because they got a raw deal or simply just couldn't keep up with the times. When I go through the modern shooters, it almost feels like a piece of me as a gamer, like I was just supposed to forget about them. For some games, I just can't forget them. Before Call of Duty became the poster child of the military shooter, Medal of Honor Frontline and Rising Sun were the defining war games of the early 2000s. Medal of Honor had kind of run a little bit of a gambit with the first-person shooter community over the course almost of 2 decades. But somewhere between that World War II Medal of Honor and then Tier 1 operators, they just got lost. And to talk about why or how we lost this game, it requires looking at the technology at the time, the culture at the time, and the new generations of consoles ultimately dictating the rules of engagement. The first blow came not from a game, but from the tech, the Xbox 360. When the 360 launched in 2005, it was a statement about real development for favored consoles and fostering online gaming. And when you think of that launch, who was the poster child? Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2 gave us that first taste of next-gen World War II, locking in that early market mindshare. In the midst of that, Medal of Honor seemed like it was trying to find its footing, but a real and final nail in the coffin came in 2007 with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Modern Warfare changed everything. We shit on Call of Duty now, but fundamentally, it was a really good game. Modern Warfare offered a fictional military simulation that felt like it was like ripped from the news. We were living in a new cultural era, 6 years post 9/11. One newly defined by proxy wars, distant missions, and the stories of real operators fighting far from home in areas like Afghanistan, the Middle East. Suddenly, World War II didn't just feel old. World War II felt nearly completely disconnected from the experience of the modern Western world. Now, with this, Medal of Honor was in the running for like years, but after this, it was just trying to keep up. EA knew it, and in 2010, they tried to reboot Medal of Honor for the modern era. Now, I don't know if any of you played this game. I myself found it pretty fun, but not at the level of competitiveness, balance, and already been there-ness. It ended up like caught in the middle, not cinematic enough to rival something like Modern Warfare 2's campaign, and not tactical enough or advanced enough or creative enough really to stand apart. It felt sad, honestly. It felt like an apology. But then came Medal of Honor Warfighter. This was Danger Close's second and final chance. Released in 2012, it tried to double down on what made the 2010 release so special. Real operators, real missions, real consequences. Warfighter was not trying to be Call of Duty. It was trying to be authentic. Not only that, it was the actual first official game launched hosting the Frostbite 2 engine, which we were anticipating for Battlefield 4. Warfighter's campaign, while criticized, was deeply personal. It focused on the emotional toll of deployment, the strain on family, the weight of real combat, and real loss. You could feel like this game was written by people who had been there, who had lived it, not just researched it, and that felt really cool. And the multiplayer was criminally underrated. Each class represented a real-world Tier 1 operator. From Poland's Grom to Germany's KSK to the UK's SAS, it was one of the first games to celebrate international special forces instead of just another America versus terrorists.
Oh, durka durka durka.
That made it unique, and it made the gameplay really fun. The focus on unique, real-world military units made Warfighter one of the earliest true operator first-person shooter games. It was anticipating what would make future games like Rainbow Six Siege and Modern Warfare in 2019 so compelling. Grounded combat, unique identities, and a respect for the authenticity. It's just so unfortunate because the timing could not be worse. By late 2012, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was breaking records already. EA rushed Warfighter to release. It launched buggy, half-polished, and utterly buried by comparison. Critics tore it apart. Sales tanked. It made it seem like their work toward respecting operators didn't mean dog shit. And in 2013, EA officially put the title out of rotation. Crazy, bro. It is kind of tragic because beneath the jank and bad marketing was a game, a creative work that mattered to people, that mattered to me as a gamer, and showed that it understood what military shooter really meant. Not chaos, not kill streaks, not sliding. It's the thing that I admire and I find people respect and want the most out of these military shooter experiences. The Flash, while funny and interesting, is not what we want. Now, over a decade later, we live in a world flooded with military shooters. Call of Duty is just burned out. Every game is just a different iteration of the same stupid shit. Maybe the market's finally ready for something quieter. A shooter that respects its material rather than commodifying it. Medal of Honor died because it wasn't the poster child of next-gen console gaming, and it could not match the cultural lightning strike that Modern Warfare was. I don't know if we'll ever see another Medal of Honor, but if we do, I hope it remembers where it came from. My name's Clay. Thanks.